What's up, Rotary Warriors? This is your boy Napo. Thank you for tuning in to Napo's War Studio. And today I'm going to show you exactly what you get this with your Dremel. What bits do I use? What wood do I use? What everything do I use? I'm going to show you exactly how we prep it, what wood to use, what bits to use, what I use as a Dremel, and many other things. So stay tuned. Hey Rotary Warriors, yes, I made up that term Rotary. It's going to be a hashtag #DRotary because it stands for Dremel Rotary Tools, because I'm hitting everything on how to engrave. That's basically my thing on how to engrave on wood, how to engrave on plastic, how to engrave on glass, and how to engrave on metal. What I'm an expert at, what I know most, is wood. Here's all the wood I have. Now, over here, I have 17 pieces of wood that I just bought, and I used to use birch wood. This right here that I happened to buy yesterday is maple. Maple, I bought a sheet of it. It cost me around 65 bucks, but I got 17 pieces out of it, and I can turn this into well over 2 or 3 grand. So your overhead on what I'm about to show you isn't a lot. So yeah, and I got pieces that are 12 inch, 12 by 12s. I got 15 by 12s. I got 15 by 15s. I got 18 by 12s. I got 18 by 15s. I got 24 by 24, which is these big monsters back here. Now their bigger pieces are good for your sports and your celebrities and your big portraits that I will show you. And also what I'm going to show you is many other things, and we're just going to take a pause. Little thing on chairs for your basement. I'm in my basement, so you don't need a studio, you don't need anything large, you just need, your basement or garage or anything cool or where you can do your work that your family or friends or you will allow you. But my chair that I always use, I got it out of the garbage. Got it out of the garbage and just took off. It's a normal desk chair, nice and soft. Took off the handles, took off everything, and it's perfect. Get yourself a little air compressor, because it's going to do wonders. And I'll show you as we go on and do things. You're going to understand why that little guy, that cost me about $60, is great. Is great for what we need to do. Now, as you can see, there's my whole table. I got a bunch of different things, and I'm going to go through and show you everything that I got and why I have it and what we're going to do. That's my banner, and I got the lights. You don't need them. I just have them because I shoot videos, but a nice light up top is really good, because now you won't get shadows over your hand, and you're going to understand all that later as I get going. But let's go with first things first. Alright, Rotary Warriors, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I gave you the wood. I use maple right now, but I usually use birch. Buy it in full sheets and get it cut down. They cut them down there. Let you know on a little secret, they say 25 cents a cut or 50 cents a cut. They never ever charged me. And the hardware stores do it for you. They have big wall saws, is what they're called, and you can tell them. And just a quick tip, go to my Napo's War Studio Facebook page. Like that, like this page and channel, but like that page, because I'm going to upload all the images that we do and how I train, so you have the images also. and I can train you on what we're about to do in the next video and what's coming up, and whatever I design for that video is going to be uploaded there, so we all have it. We all have it. But if you like what you see so far, please like, subscribe, and we're going to get to it. First, grab the beverage of your choice. That's an important factor. You got to have a beverage. You're going to need a sander. You don't need it right now. You can use your normal hand sand, and you're going to understand what I'm saying in a few minutes. But sandpaper, this is 220 grit. You're going to need 220 grit. 220 grit is what I suggest to get. 220, because that's going to help you with a lot of things, and you're going to see later on why I use 220 grit. You need headphones. Listen to the music while you're dremeling. Headphones on, world off. We're rotary. We're getting to town. My stains. I stain to get my pieces. I do not use paint. Do not use paint because it will not give you the tones. Paint just comes off. Stain sets into the wood, and you're able to get tones, depth, and many different features that gives you the high detail. But I use mid-wax. Mid-wax, mid-wax, mid-wax. Yes. That's it. This one's a true black. They have ebony black, and they have blacks, but you want to get mid-wax. I tried the other crap at the other stores, Home Depot and stuff like that, but they switched to their whole line is of this version, and it stunk. I hated it, hated it. And you're gonna need, that's the black. I also got clear semi-gloss polyurethane. That goes on last. And I have many other colors over there for mid-wax. I have blue, I have red, I have green, I have white, yellow, and then we're gonna get to that later. That's pretty cool stuff on how to get all that. The scary stuff. What bits do you use? See, this has all the same bits in it. This has all the what I use. Now we use, I should say 3 or 4. 3 or 4. That's all I use. Because in them, you're going to see, wherever I put them, probably over here, you're going to see the pictures of them. But I'm going to give you these green stones. These green stones is all I use, is one of them. And that gives me the softer detail, the softer tones, the softer colors. And then I give the grit sanding burrs, the balls. That they come with every Dremel. This little guy, you can see it on my forehead. He just comes to a point, and that's like the same grit as the balls. But that's for dot, and I'm gonna get to that later. Need brushes. These are only little 1-inch ones, but they do the trick. You can get them on Amazon and order the bags. Don't go to your local hardware store and get them one at a time. There's many other different, whatever you feel comfortable with. Need gloves. Right now I have the disposable gloves, but I'm gonna pick up the big yellow ones that usually use for house cleaning, the big yellow ones, because them work great and they're reusable and over again with the stain, because the stain sets in and it's a pain in the butt, ass, however you want to say it, to get off your hands. You need a hammer for later on, a little tablet. Tablet or your phone will work too, but the tablet is a nice thing. And your Dremels. This one's a 3000, and I just got for my girl, and I really haven't used it because I'm not used to it yet, but I will because I'm training and see how this baby works. But I usually use the 200. I use the 200 Dremel, high and low, and I have two of them. And usually I put one a bit in each, so it's a quick change. Makes it easier. And I have a gallery of all pictures of everything I've done, and we can go through them later. Leave in the comment down below. Also like, subscribe to the Naples War Studio channel if you like what you see so far. And right now we're going to go on the prep of the wood to get ready for the piece that I'm going to start training on, because this is the last video of me talking and not giving. So I'm going to start training, and we're going to start prepping a piece on how I prep it and go through the motions with that. One of the biggest, quickest things I totally forgot is your white carbon paper. People use black, people use regular carbon paper. This is a graphite white paper, and you're going to understand why I use white coming up in the next video. So yeah, you can find this at Home Depot, online, wherever you buy your art supplies. So yeah, that was just a quick, I told you. Alright, Rotary Warriors, this is my piece. Alright, there's a lot of jagged edges when you get them back from them cutting it down for you. So we're going to sand it, because you don't want to get slivers, and your client doesn't want to get slivers. So I'm going to show you how to sand it down, and you can use your hand or a palm sander. And I'm going to show you that right now. See, I'm just grabbing a 220, going over the edges with the hand, if that's what you prefer, if that's what you have, you know. I'm not, whoever you are, and just starting out, or have all these tools at home because your hubby or you or boyfriend, girlfriend has it. But yeah, we're gonna get to the, now we're gonna get to the power sanding. Well, not the power sanding, the palm sander. It's just a normal sander with 220 grit I already put on. So there we go, a nice smooth edge. So yeah, that's the sanding end. Now we're going to stain it with black stain. Now open it. This is a brand new can of stain. So make sure you have your stir stick. And if you get a new can, which I know all you will have, you're going to have a nice thick layer on the bottom. So just stir, stir, stir till you don't feel anything anymore. I barely used any stain there. That's what I mean. That stain cost me $11. The wood cost me 60 bucks, which is about 17 pieces. That could easily make me about 2 or 3 grand. And this, you let sit for about 5-10 minutes and wipe it off. That's that on that end. And now we're going to wipe off. It's pretty easy. You just take your t-shirt or whatever cloth you have and just wipe it off. It's been about 10-15 minutes. And you just wipe off all the excess. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that's the tutorial on everything that I use. Probably one of the most important factors is my Dremel bits and everything don't mean crap, because you are you. You get used to what you use and how you use it, because I don't use a flex shaft. I do not use a flex shaft. A lot of you are going to be surprised, and I know some big players out there were surprised that I didn't use a flex shaft. But I'm going to show you techniques, and I'm going to show you how I do things that are way different than the norm. Way different than the norm. And you're going to be able to get depth, you're going to be able to get tones, and I'm going to show you step by step on how I get these tones. This is wood, as you can tell. This is wood. I've done glass. Glass, really, I haven't had, I think, 90%, 95% of my orders are wood. I've only done maybe 4 or 5 glass pieces, but I enjoyed them. And I'm going to show you how to do glass. And I've only done 1 metal piece, aluminum, for myself, and I'll show you how to do aluminum later on. Yeah, but you're going to get a lot of requests on portraits and things like that. So I'm going to show you step by step how I do it. If you think you can't do it and it scares the crap out of you, leave a comment below. If it scares the crap out of you portraits, it's 1,000 times easier than what you think. 1,000 times easier than what you think. It is so simple, it's ridiculous on portraits. And you're going to understand why once we get into them. But yeah, like, subscribe, hit that bell, get them notifications, because we're coming at it hard. And I'm going to teach you and show you, and more videos are coming. But the rotary community, peace out.